I've been meaning to do this plugin of the week for so long. I'm so excited to talk about this plugin. It finds its way into all my sessions nowadays, and it's super modern. It's not another chamber reverb or plate reverb or delay, mod, tape delay. It's kind of all those things and a bunch more. So I want to get into it. I'm going to show this plugin to you on a mix I'm working on right now. Let's go. All right, first things first, let me break down this plugin. It's really crazy. It's called Spaced Out by Baby Audio. Baby Audio makes some amazing plugins, and I keep gravitating towards them. But look at this interface. This GUI is ridiculous. Fun, but it's not super intuitive, so I'm just gonna break down a little bit of what this is. So this XY pad here, this is blending between the left side, which is sort of your delay, echoes, dimension, texture. There's different modes here. There's 2 times, there's dotted, and there's triplet. So you can see up here on the timing. This is really like a delay grid. And then this is going to blend between the right side and the left side. The right side here is the space and the reverb. So it's really, really fun. Then there's also a ducker and a sync ducker in there. And you could see you could turn it on and off. And then there's an output knob here. You can roll the dice, which will generate kind of a randomness to it. So let's say I generate something new. It's going to give me different delays, and then it's going to give me the XY mod wheel and then the space stuff. And I'm mixing a record right now from Seed Squad, kind of a rock record, Chili Peppers kind of vibe. So without further ado, let's hear this thing.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the time.
I just want to show you how awesome this thing is. I'm just sending it here. I'm going to send a lot of it just to accentuate it so you can really hear this thing. And then we'll mess around with the XY and show you how you can kind of blend the delay section with the reverb section and just how much fun this plugin is, man. Like, I'm addicted, I swear.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had your plate full. Always wanting what you can't have, you're so disgraceful. But still you'll set the hand out looking for free. You won't get nothing.
So you can see here right away, you can get some really cool effects. You can get that tape echo kind of effect where it's just looping on itself. So what this is the feedback of the delays, and then also the sustain of the delay. So that's really awesome, and probably something that I just absolutely love, because I think if you have a delay, you want like the grateful, full. Just listen to this thing, it's amazing.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had your plate full. Always wanting what you can't have, you're so disgraceful. But still you'll set the hand out looking for free. You won't get nothing.
So this thing can get really wild, but I just wanted to show you kind of the XY, how you can blend those things. And you could go wet to dry, so you could use this as an insert plugin. Like, for example, you throw it on a synth bus or a vocal bus, vocal mix bus, whatever, and just kind of blend it in dry, wet. And you can see you can kind of go a little bit to the left where you get the delay, a little bit to the right where you get the reverb. You could go right up the center where you're getting both. We'll go 100% wet. We'll go right up the center. And we'll mess around with this Reverb Space as well. I want to show you what this does. And there's some really cool features in here with the pre-delay, the Stardust, mellow, cleanup, and width knob stuff. You can see this is just kind of like a kind of grows. Really fun to play with, but I'll show you what that sounds like.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had your plate full. Always wanting what you can't have, you're so.
And then on this XY as well, what you could do is you can change, like, if you see the little thing down here in the left bottom corner, it says the length and then the cosmic, and then it goes to alien and length, and then it goes to trippy and length, and then it goes to lush and length. So you could take the length down by just simply moving more towards the middle, which is really cool, because you take a reverb time that could be, you know, let's say a second long to all the way to like 15, 20 seconds long, right? It gets really long. And then there's the lush and the trippy and the alien and the cosmic. So I'm just going to play these and show you the lengths as I go through these.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had your plate full. Always wanting what you can't have, you're so disgraceful. But still you'll set the hand out looking for free. You won't.
So the alien is obviously like a phaser, you know, flanger kind of moving through it. I think that's really, really cool. And then let's listen to the trippy. I think this kind of has like a delay in there. It's really dope.
You must be grateful. You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had. You must be grateful, baby.
So as you blend these together, you could kind of like dial in your space, how long you want it, and then you could kind of blend this with the delay. Super awesome, super powerful. But then you get into this stuff where you actually have the filters, right? So like you can filter out everything all the way down to like 200, and then maybe all the top stuff, you know, down to like, you know, 4K or so. And you could clean up so you don't have like a bunch of that like feedback and dirt and stuff in it. Like, and I'll show you what that does. And then the width, like you could just go really wide with it. So you can go really small or really wide, meaning mono or super stereo. And then there's even a pre-delay. So you could kind of say, hey, I want this to hit, you know, 40 milliseconds later. I think this is pretty much in milliseconds, but I'm not really sure. But I would just play this by ear. So I go like around like 30 to 40 and just see how that feels.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had your plate full. Always wanted what you can't have, you're so disgraceful. But still you set the hand out looking for
Really, really cool, really powerful. There's some really dope presets in here as well. So if you just want to like go right into some crazy stuff like pad, lush, I go 100% wet because I am using this as a send. And check this out.
You must be grateful, baby, remember all the times you had.
So you can just see this thing is like really powerful and it's fun to play with because it's super visual. Patterns here, you can make the, you could see these O's and the dots and you could click them and it'll show like the intensity of the delays, right? So if you wanted to kind of make your own pre-programmed delay, you could say like, hey, I want it to delay big on top. And then, you know, later I want it to hit like a smaller delay, right? So the echo becomes a little more faint. And then you could kind of program it as it goes. There's dice here as well. There's generate, right? So you could just generate randomness and you could clear it, clear the grid. So just a really fun plugin I wanted to show you. I think it could work on tons of different genres, rap, trap. It's like, you know, R&B, like anything spacey, The Weeknd kind of vibes, pop hits, rock. I mean, I'm using it on a rock vocal. It's just fun. It's like super fun to play with. And then the last thing is like these filters, the Stardust, which is like adds more sheen and like sparkle to the reverb, and the width and the cleaning up and pre-delay and just everything just is really fun. And it's all based on like these little circles and shapes. And I think that's really fun too. So keeps you kind of just spaced out. You're like, oh yeah, this is sweet, man. You know, and there's awesome presets. So go pick it up, Baby Audio. They're awesome. They make great stuff. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, share it, drop a comment, like the video. Really appreciate you guys. About 85% of you guys that watch this video are not subscribed to the channel, which really actually bums me out quite a bit. So, you know, subscribe. We're doing a bunch of short content, long form content, and we'll keep bringing it for you, all right? Thanks for tuning in. Go delay and space out, reverb. Let's go.